Fear can get to you. And how many times I had to make a decision like, now hiring this new team, I want them to start in the new year. And tomorrow morning we're having a meeting about what they're going to be paid. Are they A-grade players? So we're going to have to do tests on them, etc., etc. So, and then we're going to need to provide for them. Hi guys, we're flipping the script here. No sponsorship, just a single request. It's you who powers our mission. Join us in empowering founders, business leaders, and entrepreneurs to build great businesses, increase their income, and provide sufficiently for their families to make a difference in this world. A single ask I have of you is to please review and share this podcast. 1 minute of your time could make a difference in a fellow entrepreneur's life. So please review this podcast today. It'll make a world of difference to you, to me, and our community. Today's topic that I think is relevant for me in my business, and remember, it's all about sharing my vulnerabilities in this podcast and also sharing my successes. Hopefully I appeal to someone out there that's also in the same place that I am. But my journey started from growing normal businesses, from pizzerias to a real estate business to an online social networking business, which then it became an online dating business, which took me to London and seeing VCs and coming back to really coach more entrepreneurs worldwide and growing in that space. So growing in that space of coaching, we must have coached thousands of entrepreneurs. I was part of the Action Coach system, which was a franchise at the time. And it taught me a lot. It taught me how to invest in myself, because if I'm not investing in myself to become a better person, personally and in my business, then how can I teach it? And I got some very good results from coaching clients. In fact, we had one client that won Client of the Year, and we flew him to Portugal, and it was a big moment for myself and this client. But then it really came down to being an entrepreneur again for me. I realized in the coaching network that I was one of the coaches that had a strong entrepreneurial flair. I still have. And I was missing growing entrepreneurial businesses. And I decided to jump into my own business again and really eat my own cooking without getting sick. And it's been challenging, like all the things I've been teaching about getting direction in your business, getting alignment, understanding the numbers, making sure that your team is on board with you, and how to recruit the right people, get them on the bus, how to create uniqueness in your business, distinction, and how to really implement action in your business so that you can follow up for 12 months, 90 days, 30 days, and over the next couple of days, how to keep track of your goals and really set some big area audacious goals for your business. So it was really a challenge to apply all of that I've been teaching clients in my own business. I still coach, thank goodness. But it's sharpened my saw, and it's made me even more passionate about helping more entrepreneurs. And this is my platform. So, it's all about business confidence for me. For me, it's about business confidence. The more confident I am in running my businesses, the happier I get about making decisions. I make quicker decisions. I make better decisions. And confidence just breeds more confidence. And I think if you start developing confidence in your business, you also start developing some sort of success rate, and you can start measuring it. So one of the areas that I really found myself when I invest in my confidence is, number one, is developing A players. Well, what does that mean? Because I always talk about A players. Well, it talks about getting the right people on the bus, and it depends where you are on your journey, because you might be a small player that's still trying to grow. You might be hustling, wanting to start your business. You might be someone that's in your business at the moment and you're trying to get out of it so that you can hire a team. I don't know where you are, but you ultimately need to get to a stage where you've got A players in your business running the tasks that you used to do. The most important tasks you can still do yourself, but eventually as progress happens and as your team starts developing, you need to have that mindset of passing on more information to 18 players. Now, a quick story. When I was running my pizzerias, I realized when walking into my one pizzeria the one day during a study break, I was doing a master's degree, and I walked in and it was just mayhem everywhere. It's boxes lying everywhere. There was no leadership. People weren't following the system, and I thought I had it under control, but I obviously didn't. And I realized right then and there that I didn't have A players in my team that I could delegate to. A players are the type of people you can delegate to, and for me it's a definition of a mature employee that can run with something and give you feedback, not you having to ask that person for feedback the whole time. It's like, have you got it? Do you understand it? Are there any questions? Please get back to me and let me know how you've progressed with this. And they get back to you. They don't have to wait for the employee to come back to you. They will get back to you. That to me is the definition of A grade. And they do it properly. They've got initiative and they've got those values dialed in, which I often talk about in my podcasts. So today's podcast is about developing confidence in our businesses. So hiring A players is absolutely crucial. And then the other one is like, when do we choose to hire? And for me, it's like one of my key learnings is like, you got to hire now. Like whatever you want to do in your business, if you want to scale it, you need to make sure that you're hiring 6 months in advance, in my view. And that's been bold because sometimes you say to yourself, I'm not ready to hire. I'm absolutely not ready to hire. I don't have cash flow, but you know what? And that leads into the next point, which is, I believe that creates confidence, is create the vacuum. So hire that person, create the vacuum, or might be a team. So I'm in a situation now where I'm starting a new section of my business. So we've got Waterproof Lab, which is a specialized waterproofing business. And we also have the distribution side, which is specialized distribution for the flat roof waterproofing market. And then we've just launched Poo Lab, which is taking off like you cannot believe. I'm so proud of my team, and I'm not really involved in it. But the third element of my business is coming up soon, and I launched it on my team. I said, guys, I think we're ready. We're ready for the next stage of our business, which is creating another division of our business. So watch the space. It will be another lab of companies in the home services sector, because our goal, remember, is to build and grow unsexy businesses without selling our souls. So we want to cash flow them without selling our souls. So we've mentioned hiring A grade players. We've mentioned when to hire, and then creating that space and just filling it, like just making sure, if you're an entrepreneur, that's the definition of a true entrepreneur, is having that belief in yourself that you will create the marketing to bring in the leads to pay for that business, and to make sure that the people will have enough work going forward so that you can grow. And then you might have some challenges, is to live with that uncertainty. That's why not many people can have that entrepreneurial mindset, is it's not always clear. So jumping into the deep end. And then the fourth element, which is the most important one, and I've made it, when I boot my phone, it appears there, it's the Nike logo, is just do it. Just do it. And I think over the last couple of years, I was overwhelmed. First of all, because I think I was a good coach. I really grew. I had some brilliant clients and I got some fantastic results with them. And then I decided, no, this is not good enough. I need to swim to the next island, because I need to coach people how to swim, and they need to know that journey. And I can't get complacent in my coaching career. My coaching was doing well. I could have carried on with that, but I needed to get my hands dirty again so that I can experience what it's like to be a business owner again, entrepreneur, because I didn't want to lose touch with what it's like to be an entrepreneur and a business owner. And one of the things is fear. Fear can get to you. And how many times I had to make a decision like, now hiring this new team, I want them to start in the new year. And tomorrow morning we're having a meeting about what they're going to be paid. Are they A-grade players? So we're going to have to do tests on them, etc., etc. So, and then we're going to need to provide for them, so to make sure that there's space for them for next year. So when they come back after the season, then they climb into the business, or they onboard the business, that there's an onboarding program for them, that we don't look like unprofessional idiots growing our business, but we look professional. So we do our part. So just do it. So that grows confidence. But there's one fifth element, and I bring it up in most of my podcasts and my YouTube videos, is that value statement. We've got value statements that we talk about all the time. And this was generated by my team one Saturday morning, where we got together and we said, guys, what do we stand for? What don't we stand for? And we came up with a value system, just one of them being initiative and proactiveness. And whenever we trespass our value system, it's glaringly obvious to every one of our team members. So that's it for today, guys. If you find this valuable, please share this with like-minded entrepreneurs. This is how we grow our community, and how we can add value to other entrepreneurs too. So, and thank you very much for subscribing to a podcast. Please leave a review. You help me grow my business. I just want to give back to you guys. So thank you for joining this podcast, and we'll speak to you in the next week.